Hi, today I am going to make one of the most versatile dishes you can imagine. I found some Duroc pork boneless shoulders at the grocery store. And Duroc is a very special kind of pork. And these are boneless shoulders, and I'm going to sear them in my green pan elite, my slow cooker. I'm going to sear them real high, get them crusted on the outside, and then slow cook them for a few hours. And what you can do with this meat is so versatile. Everything from carnitas that you can put on zero carb tacos with cheese and guacamole and sour cream. It's going to be so good. And there's so many other things that you can do with it. So stick around till the end to see all the different ways that I serve this up once it's done. Hi, I'm RJ. Welcome back to Keto Over 50. I'm excited to get this started and hear and smell these searing in my pan. We're going to get it up to 400 or 450 in 2 minutes. But first I have to wash these off and dry them and get them ready to go. I'm just going to season them. I have a little olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. Just the basics. That's all it needs because this pork is so tasty. So let's get started. I made the tough decision to remove the netting from the pork shoulder. And let me show you what I got. This is one of the pieces. And you want it to have some fat on it because that's where all the flavor comes from. And of course, being on keto, it doesn't really matter. But this is a beautiful piece of pork shoulder. Now, the other one had way more fat on it, this big, huge piece. And I had to resist the urge to cut it off because I think when this gets nice and crispy, I think it's going to be pretty good. So, and when they're all done, they're going to be super tender. We'll just be able to flake it apart and use it, countless ways. Like I said, from carnitas to casseroles. I sometimes make like an enchilada casserole where I just layer the zero carb tortillas. You could do it with vegetables. You could do it with zucchini or onions, almost anything. And you layer it with cheese and some bitchin sauce or salsa, guacamole, sour cream, cheese. So, okay, I'm going to hit them with a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to do it on both sides. I got 2 of them because they're so small. And you could say, well, but RJ, you're alone. So how much do you need? Well, here's the thing. I can get this all ready to go and put it in a food saver bag in the freezer. And then I'm going to have a wonderful opportunity to make another great meal without having to start from scratch and cook the pork. As easy as it is, why not do it this way and have it ready to go for another day? That's one of the reasons I love my food saver is because I can really take advantage of buying in bulk and save money and cook things up ahead of time. Or I can buy a big pack of steaks if there's a good sale at the store, or if I'm buying, just a pack of 3 ribeyes. I can do it that way. Okay, so we've got salt, pepper, and garlic. Oh gosh, this is going to smell so good when it starts to heat up. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of onion powder. I love that even though I used my paper towels here, I've got the seasoning all over my counter. I can't seem to keep things where they belong. Okay, let's try this. We'll put him over here. Okay, do it all over again on this side. I'm going to put a little more olive oil. Ooh, you can hear it sizzling already in the pan. And I don't think I need a whole lot because of the fat on this meat. And I'm going to put this piece with the big fat part on it, fat side down. We're going to put him fat side down. And we're going to sear these and give them a few minutes and then flip them over. Okay, it's been about 20-25 minutes. I have come in and turned the pork shoulders to try and get every angle seared. It won't matter that much because it will cook throughout. I'm so excited. I'm sorry I stopped to gaze at them because I know how good they're going to be. Shouting over the searing. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm going to cut them in half so another 2 sides can get seared. You like that idea? Let's see what happens. And I'm just gonna slice through this. Whoopsie, let's try it this way. I knew that was gonna happen. How beautiful. Okay, so these have been in here flipped and split and flipped. Okay, I'm gonna leave those sides down, the cut sides down. That's not necessary to do that. I'm kind of in a hurry to get these done. So I think that's better. It evens out in the pan too. And look at the gorgeous sear on those. I love that this pan gets so hot so fast. Okay, now I had to get rid of some of the smoke in here. I adjusted the menu to simmer for, it's beeping at me again because it hit the new temperature, 200 degrees for 4 hours. And it may not take that long because this is not like a giant pork shoulder. This is 3 pounds total. They reach about a pound and a half. So in about 3 hours, I'll check it and it's just going to break apart, flake, and be the most amazing carnitas with some crispy edges. And I can't wait to eat it. It's going to be so good. You can almost always tell when I'm cooking and I'm hungry because I can't get it done fast enough. I've made pork shoulder before and I've done it in my slow cooker and I've done it on the stove and I've done it in the oven. So this is my first time doing it in my Green Pan Elite. So I'm very excited to see how it turns out. I've never gotten quite a sear like that on it before. It's been about 3.5 hours at 200 simmering here. And I am going to show you what has happened here. These are gorgeous pieces of Duroc pork. You know, you can use any kind of pork shoulder. You can see here how gorgeous they are, especially the part where I seared it at 400. And you can see these incredibly tender. Look at all the fat that rendered off of them. Can you see that? It's about a half an inch deep. So what we're going to do now, what I'm going to do, you get to watch, is take these apart. And I want to make sure you can see it. So I'm going to move the pan over a little bit. So the fat has rendered down. I'm not happy unless food is flying in my kitchen. Okay, I want you to see how easily this separates. I have a knife in my hand, but it's just not necessary. This is so tender and so good. Look at that. So juicy. Wow. You never want to have dry pork. You want it to be tender and gorgeous and just fall apart like this. It is so lovely. Let me see. Oh, wow. That's so good. When I learned how to make carnitas, and you saw how simple it was, you just brown it and then let it cook. Just leave it alone and get out of your own way, right? When I learned to do this, I thought, I'm never paying for carnitas again at the grocery store. I used to buy the big double bags at Costco. And it's not that they're that expensive. Pork has never been more affordable. But look at how easy that is. So I'm going to cut these all up and put them in this bowl. So I will finish breaking this apart. But I wanted to stop first and show you just one of the things that I do with the carnitas. How beautiful is that? I forgot salsa. That's okay. I don't need it. These are so good. They're 7 carbs a piece and 7 grams of fiber. And there's several different brands. I like this one. It's Chipotle. It's so good. It's really amazing if you can make these in a pan on the stove and you heat it up, flip it over, get it a little toasted on both sides. But I'm going to stick this in the microwave for just a second. But first, I'm going to put some cheese on it. This is just some Colby Jack, and you just have to have this with your carnitas, right? And then I have a little guacamole and some sour cream and some lime juice to finish it off. Okay, that melted nicely, mostly. You know, one of the things that I do is I'll take a casserole dish, a small casserole dish, and I layer these tortillas. And I layer them with salsa and the Bitchin Sauce with Chipotle flavored. I put the meat on, then I put on more cheese and another layer, and I do it that way. And I have to tell you, that's so convenient, because then when you want to eat, you just go slice a piece of that off and heat it up. I'm putting way too much on there to take a bite for you guys. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want all of this. Okay, that looks about right, like a nice little taco size. Okay, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lime juice right on the meat. Oh, makes that good. A little guacamole. Okay, it's guacamole light. I didn't put jalapenos in it. They're outside in the garage, so I'm just skipping all these steps, but I want you to know how to do it the right way if you're serving it for your family or for company, or you just want to really do it right for yourself. And I will miss the salsa, but not much. There we go. Let's see how this is. Let me set this out of the way so I don't drip right on it. Oh boy. I love tender pork, slow cooked pork, just like this. It's so good. Boy, is that a treat. There's so much flavor. I love the Chipotle flavor. I used a little of the Tony's Creole seasoning in my guacamole. Got sour cream, lime juice, maybe a little more lime juice. And I love the flavor of cheese with the pork. It's one of those things, it's just so simple, but it's around because it works, and it's worked for years. I think the only thing I'm missing is a little tequila. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I especially love that brightness that the lime juice gives it. Oh, so good. Okay, I got my Bitchin Sauce out of the fridge, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on here too, because it just adds that beautiful Chipotle flavor. It doesn't need it. I'm just showing you different ways that you can enjoy this, right? And if you haven't tried this yet, they sell it in most specialty supermarkets and even some of the more mainstream markets. See what that does for the flavor. Get in there. Get in there, guac and sour cream. Mm. Now, those 2 pork shoulders that I got were 1.5 pounds each. So this is 3 pounds of pork. That is going to last me a while. If you have a family of 3 or 4, or there's 2 of you, that would easily be 2, 3, 4 meals for all of you. I'm going to freeze half of that in a food saver bag. I love my food saver. And then one day when I don't feel like cooking, yes, those days are rare, but they come around, and I can just take that out. I always have the tortillas on hand, the 0-carb tortillas. They also come in sun-dried tomato, which is so good. And you can just put about anything on this, on a tortilla with this slow roasted pork. It's a keeper, you know? What do you want to see here at Keto Over 50? Do you like the meat recipes, like the rack of pork that I did, or the dinosaur bones, those wonderful Wagyu beef back ribs? Or do you prefer to see more sweets, cookies, treats, candy, things like that? I can even make more beverages like chai latte. I did that. That was really fun. Have you seen the video yet where I made butter cookies while my dad was here, my 96-year-old dad? I had him sit by. I felt so bad when I signed off that I didn't say, Dr. EJ and RJ signing off. Thank you for joining us. So I put an annotation, but I know he really enjoyed the experience of kind of getting to meet all of you. I've shared some of your comments with him, and he was so happy to see how this all goes down. He had seen 1 or 2 of my videos before, but it's just another world for him. So that was really fun. So if you want more cookie recipes, let me know. If you want fancy desserts or cakes, let me know that. I'm here for you. This is RJ for Keto Over 50. I am so proud of you for sticking to this and being here with me and joining me on this wonderful keto journey. I am seeing more and more online about how keto is one of the most helpful food plans, one of the best, I hate to call it a diet, but the best lifestyle. keto lifestyle, low carb lifestyle, to be healthy, to keep it off. I will have been on keto for 3 years in June, which is just 2 months from now. And I lost 25 pounds in the first few months, and I've kept it off all that time. And I go up and down probably 3 or 4 pounds, depending on what I've had, how much water I drank, everything else. So I don't worry about it. I haven't gotten on the scale in a long time. My clothes fit nice and loose. So happy. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, like, hit the little bell so that you know when I have a new video out. And be sure to share it with your other friends or family who are on keto. It helps my channel when you give it a good thumbs up. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me. You can watch me eat all of this if you want. It's so good. You know, it almost makes me wish I had a bigger mouth. Can you imagine? I love you. See you next time. This is RJ for Keto Over 50. Thanks for joining me.